My dear friends, we are here again after a long wait. Some weeks have passed since my last video. Sorry, I wasn't able to be so regular in providing contents this time, but I'm hoping to return to the regular pace in the next weeks. Of course, stay tuned, stay subscribed to the channel or subscribe if you haven't. This way, we are always informed when there is something new to watch and see. Of course, if you're interested in this kind of contents, I hope you like them. In the meantime, I would like to show you something really weird today. So right after the intro, I'm going to show you probably the strangest setup you have seen on my desk so far. So, you see, I have a lot of things appeared on my desk. You see two NUX Mighty devices, NUX Mighty Air, the NUX Mighty Plug Pro, also a fully featured pedal board, my smartphone, two different cables. So I know it's strange. Let me give you a little introduction about this topic. I saw from the views, from the statistics of the channel, that you really liked last video about the functionalities provided by TUNTORI in Mightier Amp version 1.0.9. In particular, the addition of the support from NUX Mighty Lite Bluetooth Mark II. There is also another version that has been released so far, that is the version 1.0.10, that is the newest, the most recent one. That is just a bug fix. There are no new features, but it is important because Suntory was able to find out and fix very quickly some issues that appeared with that specific device. Of course, is normal for an application that is adding support to a new device to have some minor issues. Consider that also is not working for for NUX, so it doesn't have all the technical support about the devices. It needs to find out with try and repeat. So it is a sort of reverse engineering that is needed to provide support to these devices. So again, a great thank you to Suntory for this effort that is going on and on, providing new features, new support, and the important bug fixes for any issue that we found so far. So, well, now you would say, what is the purpose of today's video? Very simple. I left on purpose behind one feature in version 1.0.9, and also it's valid also for version 1.0.10. That is a new functionality that Tuntori introduced. It's a little technical, but it is very interesting in my opinion. Now, Mightier Amp, the app we mentioned, is supporting the detection of any USB MIDI capable device immediately. When you connect it, it shows immediately if the device that you connected through USB cable is, so it's not meant for Bluetooth today. So today we're speaking of USB connection. When you connect the device through USB, it is detected if it is available to provide MIDI commands through USB. And for showing you this, I would like to play with you somehow, because you see what is the setup I have here. I have NUX Mighty Air, NUX Mighty Plug Pro, that are two devices that are supported by Mightier Amp, so they can be controlled by that device. Also, we have our faithful M-Vave Chocolate pedalboard that is, we know, it's working as a control device through Mightier Amp to control NUX Mighty devices. If you have doubt about this, please check Guitar 4 and Guitar 5 videos in this very channel where I'm showing you using Bluetooth in that case, but it's working also using USB, how to map it within the application and how to control the devices themselves. Of course, I have my faithful smartphone to make it work, to show you how to do this, because of course the main tool is still Mightier Amp. Of course, please just note here I have an Android smartphone, but anything that can play, that can work with Mightier Amp application, so any iOS device, iPhone, iPad, is working nevertheless. So what I'm gonna show you today is working for Android and also iOS devices. No differences. You just need to apply the same situation. Of course, you will need different connection cables because if you have a Lightning port, you need to use an adapter or a different kind of cable. Also, I have the extra that is a fully featured stage pedalboard that has also USB MIDI capabilities that we will try to do this kind of control. So you will see that you can do this kind of feature. By the way, the new feature provided by TUNTORI make it possible to find out if a device has USB MIDI capabilities. So maybe you have already something at home that you can use for this very game we are doing today, this very play we are doing today. So I'm going to show you a list of examples of connection, of kind of control that you may never have thought about, that can open maybe your mind to find out other solutions. Frankly speaking, it's as I said, I'm playing with you, so I'm not showing you something that will change your life, your guitarist or stage player life, but that probably will make it possible for you to try other solution and find out something that is gonna work for you. So before we start, let me explain you how the experiment will work. The device we are gonna control is the NUX Mighty Air because it is the simpler one, and I can give you already a spoiler. It doesn't have MIDI USB functionalities, so it cannot control anything else. On the contrary, the NUX Mighty Plug Pro has USB MIDI functionalities, and the surprise is the NUX Mighty Space has increased USB MIDI functionalities. In fact, TUNTORI confessed me that he is using his Mighty Space to control the Mighty Plug Pro. That can sound really incredible, but I'm gonna show you that it is easier than you can think. Of course, now I'm gonna connect the smartphone, so I'm removing it from the screen and showing it on the side. Sorry, the refresh of the screen will not be so fast because I needed to connect through Wi-Fi because I need my USB port free for the connection, so it will not be fantastic, but in any case it will work. So let's see how we can do this using the M-Vave Chocolate device. So I'm taking the cable, so I'm trying to show you every step as far as I can. This is a simple USB-C to USB-C cable. So I'm connecting one USB port to the MIDI pedalboard and keeping it there. Then I'm moving the other port outside the screen because it goes in my smartphone here. Okay, so I'm connecting it, I'm moving it off screen. In any case, you're gonna see it. Then we can open Mightier Amp and turn on the device we are gonna control, so NUX Mighty Air. It's important to focus in particular to the colored light that shows you if there is a change in the configuration. So let's go to settings page. In the end, sorry again for the refresh rate, it's very slow. You see that the NUX Mighty Air has been already detected. Now you may say, where do I need to go to see if the devices are detected? What we are using is always remote control, where if you look Guitar 4 and Guitar 5 videos, I'm showing you how to configure this part, also in other videos within this channel with focus on jam tracks or drum, because TUNTORI added a lot of functionalities, but they are all working the same way. So If we press remote control, you see that we have the usual HID input that allows you to connect any input device to control this. There are some examples in the channel about using a gamepad, for example, for controlling the devices. Now we are gonna turn on the chocolate, so it will light blue. If I press start scanning, well, sometimes you need to detach and reconnect. That is possible. So I'm reconnecting USB. Oh, now he's betraying me. Oh, sorry, the connection is not fine. That's okay. Well, you see that it has been already detected by MIDI Commander. That is another application you can use for this kind of verification. I've been using it, but so let's give it okay. You see that now the MIDI Chocolate appeared as GLE Technology Synco MIDI 1.0. So we now know exactly who is manufacturing that device. If I press start scanning, you see that the gear appeared. Let's press the gear. And as usual, for example, for USB configuration or any other configuration I've been showing you in the channel recently, you can configure any button to the functionalities appeared here. For example, I can go to channel preset hotkeys and say that I want to change to move to the previous channel using button A, that is this one. Go to next channel, pressing, you see that I'm pressing the functionality and then the corresponding button, like mapping a gamepad in a video game. So this way. This one, PC01, that is button B, is associated to next channel. And maybe we can decide to have other functionalities, like, for example, if I go back, effect of keys, I could decide that with the other two buttons I can toggle delay with C, okay, and I can toggle reverb with D. Waiting for the refresh. Yes, that's okay. Now you see, we mapped them as you can see in Guitar 4, so it is working exactly the same. Nothing new here. So I'm sure that you trust me if I tell you that now, I'm sorry, it seems that the connection with okay, NUX Mightier had some troubles. Let me try again. If we go here, you see that we have the light blue color, we have the light blue selection in there. If I press next, you see that the color is changing. Don't focus too much to the screen on the smartphone because it's changing slowly. Just focus on the color here. You see that if I press, the preset is changing back and forth. And also, now we need really to look at the screen of the smartphone. Pressing this should toggle, so turn on reverb, and pressing here should turn on delay. Let's press. I'm gonna wait for the refresh of the screen. Sorry for that. For me, it has already appeared. I know that it is okay. You see reverb appeared. If I press this one, also delay appears. So it's working exactly as expected. So you see, nothing new, because as I said, this is something we have done already, even using Bluetooth, because this device is communicating also through Bluetooth. So Guitar 4, you may say, was a lot more advanced compared to what we did here today. But I just wanted you to see how the USB MIDI device is detected. We know that the Chocolate has that functionality, and it worked like that. Now I'm gonna detach it, so remove this one, and to avoid confusion, I'm also removing it from the screen and putting it aside. And with this very cable, this time we are gonna do something you may not believe. That is, connect the Mighty Plug Pro. This time not as a USB audio interface, but a USB MIDI controller. So Let me start again the screen. Let me remove the title that prevents you from watching. You see that if I go back to settings, NUX Mighty Air is still connected to the device. Sorry again for the refresh of the screen. If we go again to remote control and I press start scanning, you see that the Synco, so the Mighty Plug Pro, the Chocolate disappeared. Now I'm turning on the Mighty Plug Pro. It appeared. You see that it was detected by the other application, so Android detected it. Now you see it is in the list of devices available here. And if I press start scanning, sorry, there is, well, sometimes you need to try a couple of times. So it's not perfectly, yeah, you see now. I pressed again, start scanning, and the gear appeared even here. If I press again the gear, you already know the story. What you don't know exactly is what kind of messages is the Mighty Plug Pro capable of. To be honest, not many, because the only MIDI commands sent through USB by this device, even if there are some buttons like volume up, volume down, and the power button, these ones are not sending any MIDI message. The only button that is sending MIDI message is the main selection button that is used for changing the channel. And the commands that is sending are program change commands. If you're familiar with MIDI commands, you may know them. And consider that it has 7 presets. And the command sends are program change 00, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, and 06 that are 7 exactly. So the standard configuration you may want is selecting channel 1 in this case and associate to this one the program change 0. Give me again sometime. If I press it, it rotates. That's why it changes also the color. So every time you press it, it sends the subsequent command. You see that it was in program change. It was in the selection 201 because you need is from 0 to 6 instead of from 1 to 7. So the first is 00 in simple words. It was in 01. When I pressed the button, it sent the message PC02. I want this to be PC00, so I'm pressing it again and again to update it until PC00. Then I'm gonna go with an OK. Then channel 2 that will require 01. It is in 00. If I press it, it should take 01, and it did. And so on with all the other channels. M4, 03, M5, 04, and 6, 05, and 7, 06. And we are good to go. Of course, you can use it for completely different functionalities. It depends on what you are mapping it here. You may remember that Mightier Amp can accept any MIDI command for any functionality that TUNTORI made available. So if you prefer, for example, that PC06 toggle on off the reverb, you can do it, but of course you will need to find when the plug is sending that command. So the most useful functionality is this one. This way you see that the selection should match. In fact, if I go back to the beginning and we have a look, you see now, of course, sorry, we need to be sure to be connected to the Mighty Air because we want to control the Mighty Air. If I go back, you see that now selection 7 is done. If I press the button, you see that it is scrolling through the other selection. You can see it on the screen of the smartphone and on the colored light. So here I'm using the Mighty Plug Pro that is built for a completely different purpose. as a MIDI controller through USB to control the Mighty Amp. As I said, TUNTORI revealed me that he's using the Mighty Space that is sending not only these commands but many others to control his Mighty Plug Pro. And you can do it in any case, because the device you are connecting the app to, in this case you see the blue one is NUX Mighty MIDI, is what you are controlling, so the device you want to send the commands to. What you are configuring in remote control is what is sending the changes, what you are keeping in your hands to control the other device. And as usual, this functionality is working even if the app is not even on your main screen, because it's working in the background. It must be open, of course. Mightier Amp must be open, but it's working also even if it is only in the background. So I hope you had fun looking at this possibility. And now I would like to go a step forward. You may say, you showed us a fully featured stage pedal board. Can we use that one as well? Yes, we do, because this one is another device that is sending MIDI commands through USB. So I'm going to show you an example, and there will be no particular surprises, only about the connection. So give me a second, I'm changing slightly the setup in order to make it possible to see all the commands we have on this device, on this table. So stay here for a moment, and we're taking just a very little break. And we are back again with the new configuration. Now you see in the center of the screen this pedal board. It is, if you're interested, is a Valeton GP-200, a very inexpensive pedal board to be used on stage, generally speaking. Why on stage? Because it's really ready for that. It has a lot of switches, an expression pedal, not a big one, so maybe you can, some people may prefer not to have it, and also some direct, very quick commands available. It also have a MIDI option where it is possible for it to send MIDI commands through USB. I'm not going in details about this, it's all described in the manual. If you are interested, but of course we are focusing on NUX Mighty devices, so in any case, if you're interested in this, I can provide a review, in-depth addition or something like that, but I would like not to go off topic. You see again the screen of Mightier Amp on my screen, so just focus on these simple steps. I press again remote control. Again, just wait for the refresh of the screen, very slow currently. I'm sorry for that. Yes, you see that Valeton GP-200 is appearing with the gear. I press the gear, so I can configure it as usual. So for example, we can select, I have 8 buttons, so let's make it easy. Just select channel 1 here with DC0, okay. Channel 2 with the second button. Yeah. Channel 3 with the third one. Refresh is so slow. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, now it appeared. Channel 4. Again. I'm gonna wait for that to appear, okay. Channel 5. You see that whenever I press a button on the screen, you see what I have selected. And in here, if it is visible, what is the command that is sent by the device. It is configurable, so this is a configuration I created just to show you an example. So let's see with the channel 6, this one. Okay, that is PC05. Okay, and channel 7 with this one, 08, 06, sorry, again. So we mapped exactly the same commands we did like that. We have another button to map, so we can use it in the effect hotkeys, for example, to toggle the delay. Again, I'm mapping this one. Let's see if it appears. Sorry, really, it's really annoying, this topic about the refresh. Yeah, now it appeared. Okay. And we also have the expression pedal, so we can use it as well as a configuration. Sorry, my screen. Okay, now it's refreshed. I'm going back and selecting maybe parameter hotkeys, and we can associate it, why not, to the volume. So let's press volume, move. Sorry, wait for that to refresh. Give me a second. The screen will appear in a moment, and I can move the pedal. It doesn't matter what is the number appearing. You see that the command sent is CC0B, that is hexadecimal number, and then the last number is the value, so the position of the pedal. The position is not important because then the system is moving. It means that it is an analogic message. So let's press OK as well. And as you can imagine, I'm going back and back. Let's see if the Mightier is still connected. Yes, let's see the color. I placed it this way so you can see it on the screen. So what we are expecting is that now it is possible to press this button to select one of the presets. So pressing this one, you see I have the first one selected. This is already green. The second, the third, it's red, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the second. Again, sorry for the refresh on the screen. And you remember that we associated this one to delay toggle, so if I press it, delay should turn on. Well, maybe I didn't map it correctly because nothing is happening. Sorry for that. So I didn't. Let's try it. Let's fix it in a moment. Give me a second. Effect hotkeys. Toggle delay. What's this one? Yes. Why it's not working? Well, let's see. Okay. Seems, yeah, it's working. Now, let's make volume appear, and you should see that moving the pedal, the volume is changing. So you can use it to map all these commands to anything you want in your device. So this one was an idea of the possibilities provided like this. Of course, until we are using a NUX Mightier, it's not so useful. But for example, if you are using another device, a stronger one, like let's imagine a Mighty Space, even connected to a 4x12 cabinet, and it is not exactly immediately available to you, and you cannot use your hands to control it, you could use even something like this. This way you have also the pedal board and everything. Of course, we were able to do the same exact thing using the Chocolate together with the external expression pedal that is possible to connect. Have a look at Guitar 5 video if you are interested in this one, and probably would be even better if we do something like that. But in any case, it should be interesting to have also this possibility. As we said, the point is there are a lot of devices that has USB MIDI capabilities, and that can allow you to make some controls, some interconnections, some configurations. So it can be interesting to play like this. As I said, it's not something so serious today. It is something that I would like to show you, just to make you keep your mind open about many possibilities. As we said before, if with the new functionality provided by TUNTORI to Mightier Amp, if you connect a USB device to your smartphone, like here, and it appears in the list of the available devices, it means that not only it provides USB MIDI commands, but it is showing itself as a USB MIDI capable device, but also you can map them to any functionality. There are other more advanced possibilities, like using the browser in some website to do that, but of course now what we wanted to do was to use it for our NUX Mighty favorite devices. So, being said this one, I hope you had fun. This was really a sort of joke, something I wanted to show you. I don't believe anybody to be using this specific configuration in a live situation. In any case, we have seen a lot of possibilities for sharing, for sending commands to NUX Mighty devices using Bluetooth. It is possible also using USB, but in this case you will need a smartphone or a tablet that works as a bridge between the controller and the device itself. This also introduces some delays. So as I said, I'm not expecting anybody using this rig, this configuration in a live situation. There are much better possibilities, like controlling directly through MIDI or with other kind of devices, but this one is something I wanted to share with you. First of all, to show you another functionality that TUNTORI made available in this application that makes it possible also to learn something new about our devices, and also to apply some, some side thinking to understand if there are some possibilities that we didn't thought possible in other, even in our devices that have been in our house for a long time, like for example this pedalboard in my case, or something else. So it's sort of experimenting. It can be fun. I hope you had fun looking at this video. In any case, I'm renewing to you the invitation for next videos coming up. If you like this and other videos mentioned, I will provide also some links to the ones I've been mentioning in the part before about the configuration of the chocolate or other controls. But in any case, please evaluate subscribing to the channel. This way you are gonna be informed when there is something new, and in any case give me a feedback if you think that something was not clear enough, if you want me to develop in detail something more, if you're interested in other devices I have been showing you here. By the way, all the devices I've been using have been purchased with my own money. I never received anything for free or endorsed by the manufacturers, so they don't even know that I exist, frankly speaking. So whatever I'm telling you has been discovered with the help of great people like TUNTORI and other friends, and by myself experimenting on these devices. And I'm not telling you anything that has been advertised or something like that. As I said, these are my own devices. I have it because I choose them looking at other YouTube videos online, and I decided that they were good for my kind of practicing, playing, and so on. So thank you again for watching. I'm renewing to you the invitation for next video, and bye bye. Oh, sorry, I was forgetting something very important. We are very close to Christmas, so Merry Christmas. My best wishes to your family and yourself for these upcoming in celebrations, and probably we will meet in the next in the new year. So bye bye, have fun, Stay close to all your relatives, all the people you love, and see you next time. Bye bye.